Speak that I wish I had like a camera. Alright. This is as best as it's gonna get. Let's put my phone on do not disturb, baby. And I'll vibrate. Clock it both. Alright. Good morning, you all.
Kia Bia, where you at? Where you at? Kia Bia,
That's me.
Kia Bia,
That's me.
Kia Bia.
Yeah, that's me. What's up, Kia Bia Gang, and welcome to the Kia Chanel podcast. This isn't just a regular podcast. It's a place where we can let down our guards and be our authentic selves. So let's talk about it. The real, the tough, and the funny conversations. At the end of each episode, I want you to walk away feeling better than you did at the start. All right, enough of me talking. Breathe in, breathe out. Now let's get into the episode. Welcome back to the Kia Chanel podcast. Thank you, Kia Bia Gang, for staying strong and continuing to be there for me. Wow, this feels crazy because I haven't been doing podcasting 4 or 5 months. I don't even know. But I have been, giving y'all some little here and there little footage and stuff. So if you haven't even went to go see my Aruba vlog, stop watching this and stop listening to this. Go to the YouTube channel, watch my Aruba vlog, and then come back and continue to listen to this podcast episode or watching this podcast episode. Welcome all of my new listeners, my new viewers. Thank you so much for being part of the Kia Bia Gang. I hope that you receive something here while you are watching or listening to my podcast. That is the main goal, is to just have time to just relax and to be able to just connect, motivate, encourage, and just being a listening ear and being there for people who may feel like, hey, it's a lot going on in this world. And it is, okay? We're all going through something, but you are not alone, okay? So Kia Bia Gang, we are here together. Yes, this is a new little setup, so I hope you all like it. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I hope you all like this setup. I'm trying a lower angle and everything like that, so it feels a little bit different, but I'm excited to just be back here. And I know you all are tired of okay, every time you come back, you're like, girl, where have you been? This is the topic of the episode. But y'all, I promise, moving forward, I'm going to let you all know when there's going to be a break, and then I'm going to let you all know when I'm coming back as well, okay? So that's just that. Also, I have a lot to tell you all, but I also do design services as well. So I just been trying to manage a lot. But if you guys need anything created, please holler at your girl. You can email me. You can contact me through my social media sites. If you know me personally, you can text me. I'll send you my forms to fill out. But I do design services, so I can do any invitations. I can do flyers if you need flyers. If you need something printed or shown how it's printed off, I can give you a PDF form of how that would look. So I am still in a motion of trying to get my design services off and running. That has taken so many different things because, okay, side note before we get into the episode, y'all, doing businesses and having different entities, it's a lot, okay? And doing it by myself, I have nobody helping me out. I am a one show girl. So I'm trying to figure it all out while also creating and being the person that's doing everything. So I'm in the front end, behind end, in between, and everything like that. But with my design services, I have to get my forms together, make sure my quotes are together, make sure I have a great contract, because these are people who are actually, want my services. And also I have to make sure I have a standing business. So if things mess up, hey, read the fine print. This was in a contract when you signed the contract and asked for me to be able to do services for you. So it's a lot in that, but yes, thank you all for coming back and just staying true and real with me. I have had a little hiatus. It's been a lot, and also I've just been trying to navigate how to really do this business stuff. And also this podcast part is like a part of my business, but this is more of my passion. This is what I love. This is what I feel like God is connecting me to just do, whether there's money involved or not. Like, this is just what I'm supposed to do. And then with my other stuff within my business, that's the income part, but in all, it's still what God is telling me to do. So we're going to talk about it in a podcast episode. No worries, we're going to get to it. But before we start, my praise break. So my praise break for this episode is my community. Like, shout out to my community. I feel like I am super blessed, and I have to just brag a little bit because I don't know many people who have such a strong community like me, from my family to my friends. I just feel like I have a strong community. I have great mentors, just great people all around me from my church family. There is just so many people. And then when I'm able to bring people in a room, everyone just come together. There is no like, oh, I feel left out, or I don't know nobody, so I'm just going to stay quiet. Like, every part of my groups are all just welcoming and opening. And so I never have to worry about someone feeling like I'm alone when they're around me and my family, my friends. Like, you're going to feel like you've been here all your life. So just a big shout out to my community. But this past weekend, I just was like, wow, like, I'm super blessed. I am a part of this girls group as well. And I am like just sitting back in the girls group, and I was just like, wow, I'm so blessed to have people that I am continuing to meet in my adulthood, where we're able to support each other with our faith and being able to encourage one another to continue to dive deeper into our relationship with God. But then also just being like a sister and just being there for them in the time of need, in the time of celebration. And so I'm just super blessed. That's my praise break for this week. Let me know what your praise break is. Leave it in the comments. Leave it so I can see what your praise break is, and I want to celebrate you as well. So our meme of the week. I have a meme. So my meme for the week is, one of the best things I learned this year was how to still enjoy my life in the middle of hard seasons. Problems will always come, but I've learned not to let them steal every good moment from me. Some days everything around me feels uncertain, but I still smile, still live, and still trust God to handle what I can. Can I get an amen? Because, baby, when I ran across this, I said, if this can explain my life, I don't know what can. But I am truly feeling like I've learned this, and I'm so happy to learn this, because sometimes, like, we can get so stuck into our uncertain, or so worried about what is to come or what is happening in our life, or when things hit us, we're just stuck in it, and sometimes it's so hard to pull yourself out of it and continue with your day to day. But truly finding that peace in God and having that joy to say, okay, when this thing happens, our emotions, our feelings are still going to come up. We're still going to be sad. We might still feel down. We still might have that tough day, that tough morning, that tough afternoon. But it's saying, even regardless of all of that comes around us, like, I have this sense of peace inside of me that I have like found. And that comes with your relationship and building it stronger with God, is that even in the midst of it, after I finish crying, after I finish having that sad day, I'm like, God, I still trust that you have it all in your hands. And I know you do. And I trust you with it. And it gives me that joy to still enjoy life, to enjoy every moment, regardless of everything else, because happiness can come and go. It can in a snap of a finger, and you can be so happy and then somebody send you a text and now it messed up your day. But even when somebody send you that message, or even when something happens, it's like I can still enjoy the moment to come for the rest of the day, because whatever occurred, whatever happened, I already know God's taking care of it. I've already talked to God about it. I've already prayed. And it's just like, that gives me that peace. So that is what this whole meme is, or this message. It just was like, wow, like, these problems gonna come and it's gonna try to steal every good moment, but I'm not gonna allow that to happen. Like, even through my uncertainty, even through me trying to figure out how to navigate life and the pros and cons and what to come, like, I'm still gonna smile and I'm still gonna enjoy my life. And that's not to say like, oh, she got it all together. It's to say like that I trust God still. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into our whole podcast episode, y'all. So let's talk about it. All right. I am learning to be more vulnerable in these times. And with vulnerability come discernment even more, because I'm learning what to say, how to say it, when to say it, how much to say. So God is going to flow through this conversation today. So yes, my topic, or what I want to talk about, is just that it's not my timing. I realized, like, in these past few months, God has been just showing me, like, it's not your timing. When you stress so much about something and you're just like over consumed with it so much, you forget about everything else that God has blessed you with. You're forgetting about the prayers that He's literally answering right in front of your face, because you're so worried about this one little part of your life. And I realized also that when I release it and I say, hey, God, like, whenever you say it's go time, whenever you say it is, like, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be prepared, but I'm not going to stress myself out about it. I'm not. And so I realized that, like, God is going to do stuff regardless in His timing. Whether we want to agree to it or not, it's going to happen when He say it's going to happen. And so, like, I know you all keep saying, like, girl, you keep going ghost. Like, where have you been? My last podcast episode has been since, November, I think. And we're in May. So there has been a lot that's been happening throughout November to May in my life. And I kept trying to push myself to, like, do my podcast episode. But truthfully, you all, like, God has poured so much. And I have, like, a whole notebook that shows all different type of episode topics and things that I want to talk about and people I want to bring on. But life was happening. I felt like I also just wasn't in the best of, like, my mindset to be able to deliver it the right and correct way. And I was trying to figure out how to do it all. Like, I have so many things that is juggling in my life. Anybody who know me personally know I'm always doing something. But the difference from the past me and the new me is that with the things that I have going on now are truly things that I want to do and I don't mind doing. So it's like, yes, there's so much happening, but I find joy and happiness in it all. Where back then, I feel like I was doing so much and staying so busy because that's just what I was used to. I've been busy all my life. It feels weird not to be busy. It feels weird to just be sitting down, not doing anything. And so I cut myself just doing stuff. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, girl, like, you're literally burning yourself out. And now, even when I do feel like, okay, Kia, you're doing too much or you're burning yourself out, I know how to reset quicker now. I know how to be like, all right, like, you just need to set this aside until you've been back poured into, so you're rejuvenated to then give it your all the best way that you want to. And so that is connected to, like, doing things in God's timing and not my timing. With the whole podcast, like, I kept trying to pick up the camera and do it and record a podcast episode, and it was just like, I can't do it. Like, maybe God just want me to experience life right now before I come back. And that's been a reoccurring lesson that he's trying to teach me, is that something just got to be for you, or it has to be where you need to learn some stuff so that you can actually deliver it the way that I want you to deliver it to the people. And so I think that that's something that I am continuing to learn and continuing to remind myself. But yeah, I have a lot on my plate, and I realized that I can do it all, just not all at one time. Maybe like I can have the cake, eat it too, have the cherry on top and it all, but like maybe I can have a piece of cake in this season, but maybe I can't bake the cake in this season, but it ain't time for me to eat it yet. And then in this next season, I'm able to take a piece of cake and be like, like that cake got baked. That must taste a little good. But then, like, maybe the cherry on top don't come into the next season. So while I'm enjoying the cake, other than me worrying about that cherry on top, let that cherry come on top when it's supposed to. And so it's just me understanding, like, okay, you have this cake, but each slice and piece of this cake is in a different season. You don't have to eat it all at one time. And so that is, I think, my biggest lesson I've learned since November to May is, girl, you got a lot on your plate, but how about we just do this one part right now, then this next part, that next part. Like, for instance, my business. I do my podcast. I record videos as well. So in between like my podcast stuff, when I am down, my down season, which I'm going to like tell you all about, I think I'm going to be recording podcast episodes from May to November, December. And then I'm going to take a break from that December up into May again. That's going to be like my off season. So even in my off season times, I'm still going to be having like videos that I'm going to just be able to still upload on my YouTube channel. So from recording podcast episodes to recording just daily videos or vlogs or travel vlogs, my design services, which take time for itself. What else is in my business? My car rental videos that I'm doing, that I'm starting to like upload on my TikTok, and trying to figure out if I want to upload those on my business Instagram account or not. Do I want to just keep it for TikTok? So all of that, that's like 4 to 5 things within my business. And so, even on top of that, my journal. Like, see, there's so much. So yes, there's 5 things: my journal, my podcast, travel vlogs, design services, car rental videos. Y'all like, girl, well, why are you doing it all? Because I feel like there is a reason for it all. My journal came from God. Like, and with my journal, I'm realizing that that's God. That's all God. You know, I'm going to get my profit with it the way that God sees fit for it. And I'm going to get my opportunities with it when God sees fit. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But then also with my podcast, I told you all, like, this is a passion thing. I've always loved being in front of the camera. It's always been a thing for me to talk and to be able to share with you all what's going on in my life. Maybe it connect with you, maybe it's not, maybe it connect with someone you know. With my design services, that came from people actually motivating me to like turn it into my business, because I was doing it so much as just like, hey, just doing it for people who may needed something, and doing it a lot for church, and people like, hey, you got like a talent here. Like, this is a gift. Like, use the gift God gave you. And, you know, like, this could be a business on the side. Like, this could be a profit for you. So do it. And so that has its own thing in itself. And then my car rentals came from a conversation I had with my best friend. She's like, girl, like, you got this job. They giving you like different rentals. We talked about like, yeah, like, I think that people should know like how the rental process go, or, you know, how different cars are. People are always looking for what car they should, you know, lease or purchase, and the ins and outs of like cars and stuff. I want to give them that perspective from somebody who's not a professional. Like, because, you know, professionals, they can like tell you certain things, but they're going to be professional with it. So like, I'm giving you my feedback, my thoughts about a vehicle from a normal day-to-day girl, okay? There's no professional in it. There is no like, she know what she's talking about, but I know what I'm talking about at the same time, okay? So yeah, as you can see, that's a lot on my plate, and I'm like, okay, God, how do I use the gifts you gave me productively, the way that you see fit, and doing it with like order and decency. And so that brings me to like, I believe in Romans, like God talks about this and like the gifts that he gives us, and everything. And so, and even I'm actually right now I'm reading First Corinthians, and in that it talk about like spiritual gifts. What was that, like chapter 12, I believe? It talks about spiritual gifts, and even within it, it's like God like is giving us these gifts, and it can be to speak a word, it can be prophesying, it can be prayer, it can be healing, it can be this, that. It's so many gifts, spiritual gifts God has given us, and sometimes he can give us more than one. Maybe he can give us only one. Like some people have different language that they're able to speak, like speaking in tongues and stuff. So God give us all these spiritual gifts, and it's to be used for his good. And that's the thing that we have to remember. Like, are we using our gift for the good of God? Because if we're not, it can be twisted and turned and used in the wrong thing and not giving him any glory. And so within my business and everything I do, I always be like, God, am I giving you glory in it? Because if I'm not, you can take it away. It ain't even that deep, not that serious. You can take it away from me. And so with it, I'm like, okay, God, you gave me all these gifts. You give me all these beautiful ideas. How do I do it correctly? Like, how am I able to separate it and course it out the way that you want me to separate it and have portions of it, you know? And so that's what I'm trying to figure out. And that's what I think I have figured out with my podcast and my off seasons and stuff like that. But still being able to deliver something to my Kia Bia Gang, even in the in-between time. I like to travel, so why not do travel vlogs in the in-between, you know? So that's what I am working on. That's what I've been trying to figure out within it. And talking to God about when I am supposed to do certain things and when it's the right time in my life to do it. And so I think this segment is called Dear Kia segment. And you all are now going to be able to text me, message me. You don't have to just leave a comment or DM me or anything like that. You can literally text me. It will come directly to me. Now, the number that you will have is not my personal number, so you all can't track me or anything. But it is a Dear Kia segment. So you're going to be able to text me. Let me know what's going on. If you got something that you just need to let off, you want to pray about, you can text me. If you want to just blow some steam and just get something off your chest, you can text me. If you want to let me know something that's going good in your life and you want me to congratulate you or shout you out on the podcast, you can text me at Dear Kia segment, guys. What's up, Kia Bia Gang? I have a big announcement for you all. You said, what's that? Come closer. A little closer. A little closer. Okay. I'll stop. So I am officially an author. Yes, I am an author. I have my own journal. It is called Being in the Present. It is a self-help inspirational journal that is written by me. So in this self-help journal, it is not like your normal journal. You can go at your own pace. So you can start anywhere. You can use it at one time, then stop, then come back to it. You can reuse a prompt if you want to. It is not where you have to complete it in a certain amount of time frame or a certain amount of days. It is your own journal for you. So what's included in this journal, you must wonder. So with this journal, you have 30 writing prompts or over 30 writing prompts. With this also, you have different quotes that comes exactly from my own podcast. You have mindful thoughts area. You have journaling pages, prayer pages. And then you also have some activities that's with some of these prompts as well. You have a music playlist that was created by me at the end of the journal, and so much more that's in this journal. It is designed to support you in your current season that you may be in your current journey, but as well as those to come. So, this journal could not happen without God, like not at all. So I praise God first for even trusting me with his vision to download so many things that can help just not me, but you all and so many other people. So with this, let's all just grow together. I'm in. Are you all in? If you're in, come on. So let me tell you how you can purchase this. You can pre-order if you're in the Metro Detroit area or surrounding areas. You can pre-order it and purchase it directly to me, and I can give it to you by dropping it off or meeting somewhere. Or you can also purchase it on Amazon. So I am on Amazon. All you have to do is type in Being in the Present and it will pop up for you all to purchase. So those are the two ways that you can purchase it. If you do have questions, comments, concerns, or anything, feel free to just reach out to me. Please, you all leave reviews and comments on my social media sites on Amazon so that I can know how is this journal helping you? What can I do better? Let's talk about it. Maybe you found something really, really inspirational in one of those journal prompts and I also found it inspirational, or we can start a little group all together and talk about it. So you all, please let me know how I can help you all with being able to grow with Being in the Present journal. So those are the two ways that you can purchase it. Please find all of the links below. They will be in my description for you all. And I truly, truly pray that this journal helps you, inspires you, motivates you, and just pushes you to go into your next phase of life that God has for you. So thank you all, Kia Bia Gang, for supporting me. I love you all, and stay tuned for the rest of the episode. And just trying to figure out like when I am supposed to do everything. So it is a thing that I am currently in the process of learning, and I will tell you all the update as I get it. But yes, so just trying to figure out. So what's been going on with me since November to May? What's been happening in my life? God has been blessing me so much. He has been teaching me so much. There's so many things I've been trying to navigate and figure out and everything like that. So as you all know, like I said before, navigating the whole business aspect and what to do within my business, how to productively do my business while also enjoying my personal life as well. Also, God has been doing a lot. So from November time, so I do coaching as well. So I work for higher education, but I also do coaching for middle school volleyball. And so with that, our season, we start like our open gyms October, November time. We do tryouts in December, and then we're also starting practice December time all the way up until the end of season. We start our actual like season with our games starting around like end of January, beginning of February. So my schedule from that November mark all the way up into basically I say the end of April is volleyball, because at the end usually we might finish like second week of April. I still need like 2 weeks after to just digest the season, get back into some personal time for me and being able to make sure I have rejuvenated and re-energized. But also that time from November-ish to May is also, I'm super busy at work as well. So it's like work and volleyball takes up legit all of my time. Like Sunday is probably my only day that I'm free. And so that's a lot that I'm pouring out. And I realized I cannot do this all. So that's the time frame. So I've been in volleyball season. We did really good this season. Our JV team came in second. Yes, we did want to take champion, but we came in second, so that's okay. And then for our varsity, we had 2 varsity teams. So one of our varsity teams came in second. On the east side, our other varsity team came in first. So they went against each other. So one came in second, the other one came in first for our east side champion. And then our varsity also took the championship for our citywide within our district. So we doing big things, okay? So, if on the side you want to know where I coach and everything, I'll let you know, I got you. So, yeah, so volleyball season has ended. I got my weekends back. I miss the girls. I miss volleyball. But I'm happy to have, like, some time, okay? And then also during that time, a lot of, like, relationships has ended. A lot of relationships has shifted. Yeah, I was in a relationship. I am now out of a relationship. So navigating that and what that looks like, how it feel. Some days are good. Some days it's like, whoa, you don't realize how much your life is within a relationship until like you're out of it and you're like, this is different. So I'm not going to speak so much to that because that's like really close to my heart. And I'm super like private when it comes to certain things like that. But yeah, so I've just been trying to navigate like relationships and how that has shifted, changed, and what do I do now? Like, how do I navigate this? And as my therapist say, like grieving this a little bit. So, yeah, I shall, update you all when the time comes for me to update you all on how that's going and what that looks like. But, yeah. And then also I've been celebrating my birthday. So golden year, I'm in my last year in my 20s, baby, and we're going to go all out. Okay. But yeah, I celebrated my birthday. I had a wonderful birthday. Every year I'm just like always doing so much, so stressed about my birthday. Y'all, this year I said, you know what? I'm going to enjoy my birthday and I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to just still be over the top because I can't help myself but to do that. But I'm going to do it in my way. Like, I am going to enjoy it. The past few birthdays have been so much. Like, last year I had my book signing for my birthday weekend. The year before, like, every year there's just so much happening. Like, I have big birthdays and everything. This year I was like, we're going to still have a big birthday, but we're going to do it a little bit different. I'm more chilled. I'm more relaxed. I love to just be able to just be peaceful sometimes and not moving around. So for my birthday, I did massage day with like my family and friends. So some people came out. We got massages, we got facials. We enjoyed the spa and just relaxed and just had a great time. That was like Friday. Saturday, I had a game night. So everybody came over. We had a game night. We just like basically game night, kick back to them college days. Baby, we had a time. When I say everybody enjoyed themselves, and that's what I mean by my community is like none other. Like people who just met each other that weekend are like, no, Kia, that's my best friend now. Like that's my friend. And I'm like, whoa. Y'all be trying to steal my friends. They're my friends. But I can say I have great family and friends, okay? Can't nobody top mine, okay? So yeah, Saturday game night kickback was fantastic. And again, that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to chill and relax, but I also wanted to just have a good time and be around people that I love. I love my family. I love my friends. It's hard to try to like plan stuff for everybody because it's so many people. So being able to do something like that was just terrific. So we played games, we chilled. I had my family there, like my cousins were there. I had like obviously my siblings, my sister, my brother. I had all of my friends, like friends from college, friends that I grew up with back here at home, my adult friends that I have met in my adulthood. I had my work friends there, like my work friends that I'm tight with. Like even if I ever leave this job, maybe we're going to be still friends. So literally every aspect of my life, everybody was there, and I was just sitting there like smiling, literally about to cry. Like, wow, all my friends are just like the best. And I was so nervous for like my work friends because I'm like, they don't know anybody, but I don't want them to feel like, left out or anything. Baby, nope. Till this day, we're 2 months after my birthday. My work friends are still like, baby, I'm still talking about your birthday. Like, I had a grand time. Like, your people are so great. And then even like my family, they're like, Kia, you have some good friends around you. So, yeah. And then Sunday, we went to church because, yes, like I said, things are changing. You know, like church is big for me. God is big for me in my life. So if you're in my life, I want you to be able to let's praise and worship and, you know, go to church together. So I went to church that morning. Some people came out. Some friends, family came. Then I had brunch afterwards. Sunday was my actual birthday. So I just had a grand time. I had a fantastic birthday. None other. So next year is going to be the 30th, the big one. Wait and see how that comes. We talked about work and we talked about volleyball season. So my big announcement that I have for you all that I need to like make a segment or something added to my podcast, gotta figure it out. But this again comes with not my timing but God's timing. With my journal, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I be trying to figure out what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I have this journal. I'm an author. It's still new to me, like, what, you're really an author. So I've been trying to navigate, like, okay, what vendor opportunities do I look for? Because I'm selling my journal. I'm selling a book. And I sometimes think, like, dang, am I charging too much for my journal? But then I always think to myself, like, no. God placed this for it to help not just me, but other people. And you're worth that, you know? Like, you're worth it. And so don't ever think that you're charging too much. Like, I think that my price is a decent price, but I worry sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, would people buy it more if it was cheaper? But then I don't want it to be cheap because then I don't receive the profit, you know, from it as well. So it's like just trying to navigate or trying to balance that out. And so, yeah, I just never know what to do, what opportunities to look for. And so I'm always asking God, like, just allow, when it comes to my journal, allow opportunities to just fall on my lap. And when they come, God, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to do the work. And so my work friend, she had actually sent me an Instagram, and it was like this guy who's opening up a bookstore on the west side of Detroit. And, you know, I'm an east side girl to the death die. But, you know, Detroit is Detroit, and we gonna always support our Detroit people. So I'm like, oh, like, that's so big, that's so cool, like, bad. So I'm thinking she just telling me, like, maybe, you know, she want to go to the release together, like the ribbon cut together, or, you know, maybe she was just showing me, you know. So then she was like, you should, like, fill out the form. I'm like, fill out what form? So I read it, and it's like, if you want your book to be in the bookstore. Now, y'all, I've been trying to get my book in bookstores, but I've been trying to figure out, like, how to do it, what's the correct way, and you know, I'm working on this, but imposter syndrome sometimes can pop up. And so I'm like, oh, like, nah, like, my journal, my book ain't meant to be in bookstores yet. I'm not there, you know, just underestimating myself. But she was like, you should fill out this form. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to fill it out. And so, honestly, when she sent it to me, I was like, I'm going to fill it out. But I kept forgetting. And then I kept just putting it off. And I was like, girl, just do it. If you're not meant to be in this bookstore, if it ain't meant to be, all right, you did your best. You did what you did. And, you know, just wait for the next opportunity. Filled it out, you all, and literally 2 days later, they sent the email. Now, to some people, it may not be a big deal. You know, maybe you want your book in Barnes & Nobles, you know, Target, Walmart. I'm getting there, okay? I'm going to get there. But for now, we got to start. So, for me, it was big because it's a bookstore, Black-owned, in Detroit. So, anyway, 2 days later, I get an email like, your journal has been approved and accepted to be in the bookstore. And they have a good deal, you know, as well as, like, sharing revenue, sharing all of that, and profit sharing and stuff. So I was just like, oh my goodness, this is what God means by, like, it's not your timing, it's God's timing. And when he says his time, like, he's going to open up that door, but you got to walk through it. Like, it was my choice to walk through it and fill that form out, or not walk through it and not fill the form out. But the opportunity is going to be there. God's going to give you that chance. And so I was like, whoa, okay. So yes, y'all, I am so excited to have my journal, my book in the bookstore. So if you're in Detroit area, Metro Detroit area, make sure that you stop at Howard's Bookstore, Howard's Family Bookstore. Detroit West Side, Puritan area. Make sure y'all go. Look for my book. Purchase it if you want to purchase it. But also just be able to support another Black owner, bookstore, entrepreneur who's doing his big one in the city for the community. Maybe you might find some other books there and everything like that. So yeah, go support me, him, all other authors who are also in that store as well. So it was a good group of us who was able to have our books in that bookstore. And it's so cool to have authors that come from the city, from your same neighborhood area, who just is trying to do better for the community, do better for us, and being able to have our younger generations look at us and see that we're out here striving to open doors for them, and we're doing it to show them that it's possible. And so with that, that is me just taking a leap of faith and just being obedient and continue to try to stay obedient to God. So this last part I do want to talk about as well is how God, it literally showed me like God watches the little he gives you, because he's not going to give you more than you can handle, but he want to see what you're going to handle with the small things to see, can he give you more? And so I want to make sure I steward the little he gives me and not worrying so much about everything, but steward this that he gave you, and make sure that you're doing well with this. And when the next thing comes, be able to steward that. And as it get bigger and larger, because I could be praying, God, put me on all these different platforms for my journal. I want to be on the news, and I want everybody to know about it. But can I handle what comes with it? Let's be real. Like, can I handle it? I don't think I can handle it all the way right now. But when he does give me that opportunity, best and believe I'm going to walk through that door and I'm going to be able to handle it at that time. But I got to be able to come with everything that comes with it. Like people knowing me, people watching my every move. And not to say people not watching me now, but people watching my every move. Watching what I post, watch what I say. Does it align? Does it connect with what I got in my journal, in my book? Because you can't just be doing all these different things and think ain't nobody watching you. And also knowing like that may come with negative comments, negative people who are going to be preying on your downfall. Are you strong enough? Are you grounded enough in God to know that when those things come up, it won't waver your faith in God? It won't shake you up, but you're going to stand 10 toes down still for God. So it's just remember, okay, I gotta be able to steward and do with the little he gives me before I can get to the next big thing. All right, before we continue our conversation, make sure to follow me on all of my personal social media accounts to stay updated on what I am doing. You can follow me on Instagram at _KiaZ, _KIAAZ. You can follow me on Facebook at Kia Brewer. You can follow me on Snapchat at FabulousKia_4, or you can follow me on TikTok as Zakia Brewer. But make sure that you follow our podcast page as well on Instagram as Zakia Chanel Podcast. Okay, so where do we leave off at? And so to wrap everything up, it's crazy because like my past week was a little difficult for me. It was a lot going on, but God kept showing up. And he was showing up in like my counseling session. He showed up in my Bible study. He showed up in my women's group I'm in. And I'm just like, okay, God, I hear you and I see you. But what was standing out for me is, I think, it was in Bible study. And so we were talking, we're in Matthew and everything like that. But my pastor, so we were talking about like how when Jesus and like the disciples, they were on a boat, and how they went in a storm. And when they got in a storm, Jesus had decided, I'm going to take a nap during this time. And all the disciples, they just panicking and just stressed, don't know what they're going to do. Oh my gosh, it's a storm. We're going to die. We're not going to make it to our destination. God, Jesus, help me, help us. And they're like waking Jesus up. Jesus, like, it's a storm. And he wakes up and calms the storm, but he's like, why are y'all afraid? like, you of little faith. Like, I gave you all this faith. I give you all these things to remember, so when times get hard, you won't be panicking, because you're so strong in your faith, and you know that we got you. I got you. And it just reminded me, like, wow, he was like, you of little faith, like, why are you afraid? And it reminded me of, like, just my space that I was in, of just, like, afraid, of uncertain about the future of different things in my life and things that I pray and hope for to come. He's like, why are you panicking? Like, what you afraid for? Like, you already know I have everything written out already for you in your life. You saw what I've done to you in your life so far. What makes you think I can't continue that in your life? If you continue to have faith in me, I'm going to continue to do what I need to do for you in your life, because I want you to still be able to show others the goodness of God. But you got to have faith. But if you're afraid and you panicking because of this storm, then how you going to be able to handle everything else I got for you? How am I going to trust you to be able to show others and lead others to me if you can't even handle the storm I gave you? So it was just like, wow, like, God, okay, I see what you're saying here in my personal life. And also, like, how my pastor was even saying, like, sometimes when storms come, we're so quick to be like, the devil did this, devil trying to get me here, devil. And it's like, what about that was God? What about he was just trying to test you? You ain't failed the test because you're so busy on trying to blame the devil for what happened, the devil for this storm. But what about God was just trying to test you? The amount of energy you trying to convince yourself that it was the devil who tried to put you down. How about you take all that energy to convince yourself in the faith that God has placed in your life, and to remind yourself that he got you. And so it was just like, God said, I'm going to calm the storm right now, because I always told you I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to calm the storm. But you know that you could have calmed it yourself. You could have spoke the words that I taught you to speak. So, I'm about to get into it. But yes, so, it's just like, remember that God has you. And it even goes to, like, the other scripture of, like, don't grow weary. Like, we repeat that. We say that so much, like, don't grow weary, don't grow weary. But it's just like, he never said in there that we not going to worry. He never said that things not going to come up where you have a little worry, where you just a little shaking. But he said, don't grow weary. Like, don't grow into it. And I think I was watching, like, a Sarah Jakes podcast episode, and she was talking about it. But it was just like, don't grow weary in it. Like, the growing part is what it is. And she was just saying, like, to stop. And you got to acknowledge it, because it's when we try to undermine it or not make it a big deal or anything like that, that's how we grow weary. That's how it continues to fester. That's how it continues to fester in us. So it's just like, remember to not grow weary in it. Remember to acknowledge it, face it head on, and know that when you face it head on, that God got you and he not going to let you fall. And so that is the end of my podcast episode. I don't want to leave y'all here for forever, but I just wanted to let you all know what was going on in my life. Letting you all know I'm back, y'all, and we're going to go through this life together to remember, yes, my run and tell that. Run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that, oh boy. To remember to not grow weary, to remember that everything is in God's timing and not your timing. And to know that as you walking out this life, God got you. Don't you stumble and think that you're going to fall and he's not going to pick you back up. He's going to pick you up. But have faith that he got you, that he holding on tight to you, that you're going to overcome. You're going to get through whatever you may be going through right now. To remember to smile through each storm, smile through the small things, because every little thing is a blessing and a lesson that God is teaching us. And so don't try to rush through the lesson, but remember to stay in the lesson and learn it, So when God shows us that next thing, we're prepared and we're ready for it already. But yeah, enjoy life. Remember to speak the word of God through the storm, and that you're not alone. And yeah, let's walk this out. Let's walk it out, and let's be authentic and real with ourselves and face things on when we know things are getting challenging in our life, but to know to not dwell in it, because God got us and we're going to get through it. And the last thing is to make sure you surround yourself with wonderful people. Make sure you surround yourself with people who want to help you grow in God, grow in your life, and grow to do better, and not to push you back and to go back into old ways. So I love you all. Remember to watch my podcast on YouTube. You can listen to it on any streaming platforms. Make sure that you follow me on my social media. Leave comments, like it. I love you all, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next episode. Remember, it starts with you. Be blessed and take care of yourself.